Now I'm going to find that right and left side of my pelvis. I'm going to reach the arms long and I'm going to find that back body that was bringing the spring down. And I'm going to lift the mat. Reach the legs 100 times, breathing in. And exhale out. Breathe in. And exhale out. Breathe in. And out. Pull one knee into your chest. Still try to feel both sides of your back, pulling the mat up, over and around into your curve. Now don't let your head hang out and nowhere. Pull it up into center. And reach the leg back out. Other leg comes in. And again, maybe you feel your pelvis tip, rock. Try and level it as if you still had both knees into your chest. Send that leg back out. Pull both legs in. Give it a hug, but still think pull up, not pull down into your chest. You're still reaching back to the room behind you. Open your collarbone before you set your head down. Put one leg down, keep holding the other leg in. Both hands behind the thighs so you can move the knee around. Start with the leg that's free though. Reach that out as far as you can and listen, does it tug on you? Does it tip you? And find where your pelvis stays strong, and that may mean that the leg doesn't touch the floor. For me, not right now because it's Monday morning, my quads are tight, I'm being honest. I'm gonna pull that leg back in, get behind. Give a little wiggle, because maybe your back is like, I'm not the same spine we started with. Right leg reaches out. Or just the other leg. You can do left, and I say right now, make sure that you're actually supporting the leg from underneath. Don't relax down here, because then you'll watch and see how my femur just falls down. Now I'm not so engaged through here. Hold and support, pull everything up through center, and use that work in the back of your leg to open up the front of that thigh. How tight is it today? Pull in, change legs again. All right, this time if to get the heel down, if that means bend your knee a little bit, go for it. Otherwise, think of the back of that thigh engaging and pulling up the front of that hip. Top leg straightens. Now don't try to yank it any closer. Just try to move from the knee, which means I'm not gonna get my legs straight. I'm tight right now. If I want my leg to straighten, then I have to move my thigh. That's an action of my hip. One more. Let it go where it goes. Bring it in. Change legs. How do you get that heel down into the ground? Doesn't mean a little bend, so you can still keep pulling all the front of that hip and down. Two more, reach it up. Bend it down. Play with articulating your foot, pointing and flexing and pointing. Whatever happens, make something move down there. And then both knees in. You're gonna roll up, reach out over the legs. Now don't try to touch your toes, right? Because if you try to touch your toes, you're gonna see how instantly, like I wanna collapse, right? Don't try to touch your toes. Try to think what pulls back. As you reach through the unit of your legs trying to hold together as one strong leg, and you reach through the waist out through the shoulders and the arms, pull back, pull back. Curl the tail under, you pull back, and that wins, you roll back down. Now I want you to listen to your back and keep that pull, draw both knees in and up. Circle the arms around, reach the legs out. Feel how your arms reach, your legs reach in one unit, pull back. And let that find the stretch of your back, make that more important than the stretch in the back of your legs. Curl under. Pull the knees in, trying to stay up the mat, trying to not fall down the mat. Arms circle around, two more. Reach, exhale as you come around and over. Pull abs back, curl under. If you can try and leave the legs down now, do so. If you need to bend them in to help you up, bend them in. If you need to grab and press, if you need to grab and pull, fine, up you go. Try to come through center instead of going side to side as much as possible. Roll back down. One last one. And come back down. Now you're gonna move forward on your mat if you need to, like I do. Curl under, lift one leg with you, press arms into the mat. It circles down, round, exhale up. You could do 5 of these, but let's just do 3 each direction because we're gonna have a little fun. Open, down, round, cross. Open, down, round, exhale, home, and 3. I want you to take a curve up, reach, now try and flex the feet, push the heels away as you pull abs back. Roll back, press hands into the mat as soon as you can. Other leg coming up, long toes, both feet, cross over. Exhale up and home. Cross, just one more. Cross and reverse. Open, down, round, cross. Make sure that inner thigh pulls. Last one. This time keep the leg up. Come up for your tree. Get an extra little hammy stretch, an extra little hammy stretch. Grab where you can up the leg. That leg on the ground. Lift it. Notice I had to curl under, and that sent my curve back, but I didn't collapse out of my chest. Use your hands. Pull yourself up. Lift the leg. Lift. Let's do 5 of these. That felt like 3. You know I'm not good at counting. One more. And then can you bring it up? Quick change. Get underneath that knee. Lift up tall through your chest. Coming back forward on, into your hips. Yep, that extra hammy. Climb up. Use the climb to actually lift you. Don't hang out. And then feel where you have to be to curl under and think of your tail. That pelvic clock, the idea of your tail lifting up and pushing up into. Just as much as your hip flexor is pulling. It's true. Your hip flexor is pulling. We're getting some fun lighting now because the sun's coming in. 2 more. Last one. Stay at the top. You're in your teaser. Woo! Roll down. Pull your knees in. Now, if you want to go crazy fun and just really get your core, you're going to leave your legs out there on that 45-degree angle. I don't know. Someone who knows geometry can do better than me. Curve up. Legs reach. Now, resist the urge to pop into a flat back. Keep a scoop. Keep a scoop. And try and keep curling your tail up under. Roll back. And lift, reach. Curl it back. You're just going to do one more. Lift, reach. Set the legs down as they open. Lift yourself up tall. Flex your feet. Pull back, right? Feel the urge to want to pull down just because it's gotten tight all through here. Point. Flex. Point. Add your hands in. Flex. Point. Take your fingers down all the way in. Fingers all the way up. And still keep pulling back as you push out through the limbs. Pull back. And actually, so pull back. One more. Now, circle them both. And listen to how much your thighs want to get involved. Try to not have your thighs involved, right? Just move your hands and your feet. And circle. And some of you are getting really angry at me right now, but it's okay. It's okay. Can you alternate? This one's for your brain. Alternate, right? It's also for your back. It's for your legs. It's for your everything. All right. Go to where you're like, this is some work. And you're going to spine stretch forward. Exhale, contract, and curve over. Head down. Now, I'm not taking my head down because I don't want to crush this mic, but I really want you to. Here, I'll show you one time. Pull your chin and curve into. Stack up. That just makes me very loud. And a couple more. Exhale as you're going over the whole time. Inhale. Use the inhale to widen your back, to pick up your back. Exhale as you go over. Inhale, widen your back. Press down through those legs as you come up. And over. And lift. Last one. Over. And lift. Arms open to the side. Take your saw. Twist. Reach. But then come back on that hand. Bend the opposite foot. So I've got my left hand back, my right foot. And should you feel it, press, lift, stretch open your front body, set it down, leg reaches, right? Opposite arm, opposite leg. Twist, find your saw, dive it out. Pull back, set that hand down, opposite arm, opposite leg, press, lift. Now what you're looking for is this back waist here and how that is pushing up. Come down, center, and up. So your arms are getting a workout now. Twist, reach, saw. Lift your chest up through that arm. Bend the knee. Push up. Find that under waist. Sit down. Twist. Reach. Let it flow. Opposite hand. That's opposite leg. One more set. Twist. Reach. Back. Press up. See, it's getting fun. Last one. Twist. Reach. Back. Press up. Now stay up, stay up, stay up. Fun little transition. Just twist a little bit. Come down on your hip, right? Stretch it out. Let me move my mic so I don't crush my mic, right? You're in your side kicks position. Surprise! Right? And your arms are a little bit warm already because they were already pressing on the floor behind you. Press down. Top leg lifts up. Take it front. And to the back. You want to play with the foot. Flex it front. Point. Reach through the toes back. Pull through the heel forward. Reach it back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more to feel like between 5 and 8. It's up to you to count. It's your leg. And back center. Now, when you come up to the side, stay parallel. Hit as high as it can go in parallel. And then pulse. 2, 3. Hold it as high as it can go in parallel. Set it down. Play with the weight of it if it's a flex foot versus a pointed foot. Play with it. So you come up to hip height. Pulse 1. Pulse 2. Pulse 3. Hold it up. Set it down. One more time. Hip height. Pulse. 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 Hold. Feel your waist working. That's why we did that saw reaching prep thing. Back down. Now to go higher than that, you have to rotate the leg to go higher. Lift parallel, rotate, lift it, set it down, back down. And my hip just popped. If you heard that, it felt delicious. Lift, rotate, pull with your waist as much as you reach out through the leg and down. Once it goes past hip height, you're using your waist. Down, 2 more. Down, last one. Down. Now, bend that knee behind you. Push yourself up. Come back up if you can. One last good stretch. Set it down. Twist. Over. Now you can get into it the same way, but then my butt's facing you, so I'm gonna flip over, but I'll show you how to get into it. You come up, right? You just put that left hip back down, come down on your side, right? Stretch out, get on that side. I'm just gonna twirl it around, woo, right? All right, up we are, and it's a front, and to the back, and to the front, and to the back, and to the front, and to the back. 2 more. It can go a little faster the second side because it's like you know what you're doing. Plus it gets over sooner. To the side and parallel, you go up parallel and then a pulse. 2, 3, hold. Set it down. Maybe your foot's pointed, maybe your foot's flexed. Up. Do the one that's harder. Do the one that makes you feel the weight of your foot down there. And down. 1 more. Up. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Set it down. And now we have going higher with your external rotation. Lift, turn, use your waist. Back down. Lift, turn the leg. Get longer through your neck. Resist that urge to get shorter to get the leg higher. The leg doesn't need to go higher. You need to keep the integrity of your spine and move cleanly in your hip socket. I feel like 2 more is like enough, right? Up. Now we got to be fair. Put that foot down behind you. Bring yourself up. Sit up into that stretch. But then we still got to get a little bit of side bending on. So sit down, tuck your knees in, curve over to one side. Now, if this is really bothersome, do a more of a Z sit, right? If it's even more bothersome, put a block underneath your knee. Curve it over, reach, 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 reach. Stretch it out to the other side. Put that elbow down and think of lifting your waist up over, which that should already be a little bit warm on you, and over. The farther out this arm goes, the harder it gets. So the farther I reach, 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 now my hand's out there. Now my waist has to pull farther, maybe a little bit more of this side reach. Pull back on, go to where it feels good, but you do have to pick yourself up. 2 more. Maybe it can go to both feet. And pick yourself up. Maybe you don't have to put that elbow down. Maybe you can just get there, and if you're here, stay with me now. Press the arm, lift and reach. You can take your head with it, or you can keep looking down at your hand, which will be easier, and set it down over to the other side. Take your stretch over, which should just, feel good. And then out, play it safe that first time. Play it safe, be like, ooh, this side's not like the other side. Not at all. And then up and over. And then you go out a little bit farther. Test it out. Ooh, is the water warmer or colder out there? All right, if it's cold, kind of stay there. If it's warm, we're gonna creep out a little bit farther, right? To that nice warm water, reach, pull that under waist, lift, push yourself if you need to, and over. Can that arm stay straight? I didn't even lift my hips. Lift if you can. Meet me here if you can. Otherwise, do some more easy mermaid overs and stretch and lift. Reach. You can add in the whole waist side bend scenario. Should you like? Come on back down. Come on over. And then you're going to take it out onto the mat for some extension. Legs apart, get in the middle of your mat, then bring them as close together as you can. Shoulder blades down, your back curve up. Now, this place where you're tempted to pull together into your low back, press into the legs and find where you keep your connection versus falling up into your back. You want this to come forward. You don't want this to pull down and back. So how am I taking my spine forward and opening my front body? Abs pull me back down. So my feet came apart a little bit because my feet need to come apart. Lift. My arms are pressing, but only to help me get out of the mat. They're not, let me put it to you this way. My back pulls. I'm not using my hands until now to actually pick me up. All right, one last one. Try that. Try hovering your arms. Figuring out how to pull yourself long, bringing that lumbar with you. You are in that natural arc of your lumbar. You should be, but don't crunch back into it. Bring it forward, up with you. Back down. Lift both legs. Turn the head side to side. Make sure you're still free in there. Set it down. Lift both legs. Lift both hands. Turn the head side to side. Make sure you're still free in the back of your neck. Set that down. Now you're going to lift them all, but reach your arms out. Lift, reach. And then you're going to pull the arms back. Back forward. And pull. And back forward. Two more pull. Back forward. Last one, pull. Hold. Press the feet back down. Reach the arms forward all the way if you can. Turning palms. Pull them back under you. Lift up into your adult pose where you're pressing down. You're not just sitting into your heels. Press down to feel life come up into your back versus your back collapsing into the front, into your hip flexors. Do what feels lovely. Stretch it out. And you've done all the things.